Hello and welcome to Idea Television News at 9. I am Adewale Olashowo. We'll begin with the headlines. Musk net worth hits 839 billion, tops global billionaire list. World Bank reviews $500 million loan for Nairobi computer rail upgrade. Chad explores partnership with ETHIO Telecom to expand digital infrastructure. And drone attack forces shutdown of UAE's RUWAIS refinery. Away from Africa, Italy acquires rare Caravaggio portrait for €30 million. In business, Senegal reassures public over fuel supply amid global oil market tensions. In health, EKITI expands affordable food scheme. Lastly, in sport, OSIMHEN, LOOKMAN face Champions League round of 16. Now the news in full. The world's richest man, Elon Musk, has reached a record net worth of $839 billion, making him the wealthiest individual ever recorded. The latest global billionaire ranking released today shows Musk topping the list for the second consecutive year as the value of his business continues to rise. His fortune grew by about $500 billion over the past year, driven largely by strong valuations of Tesla and SpaceX. The space company is also preparing for a possible public listing in 2026, further boosting expectations around Musk's wealth. The report also shows a record of 3,428 billionaires worldwide, with their combined wealth reaching $20.1 trillion, the highest level ever recorded. Meanwhile, Musk is now the first person to surpass the $800 billion mark, and analysts say he could become the world's first trillionaire if the growth of his companies continues. In other news, the World Bank is reviewing a $500 million loan request to upgrade the commuter rail network in Nairobi as part of efforts to transform urban mobility in Kenya. The project aims to modernize rail services and improve governance within the city's transport system. The plan includes upgrading the 57-kilometer Nairobi-Thika corridor into a high-capacity urban rail system, modernizing stations and intermodal hubs, and improving signaling and telecommunications infrastructure. It would also introduce new ticketing systems and establish rail maintenance operations to support efficient services. The project, currently at the concept stage, is expected to be presented to the World Bank's Board of Directors for approval in December 2026. Authorities say the rail upgrade, alongside the expansion of the bus rapid transit system, will help reduce traffic congestion and independence on privately operated minibuses across the growing metropolitan area. And now to Chad. The country is exploring a strategic partnerships with Ethiopia's state-owned operator ETHIO Telecom to accelerate digital development and expand communications infrastructure. The discussions took place during the Mobile World Congress 2026 in Barcelona, where Chad's telecommunications minister Boka Michael met with ETHIO Telecom's chief executive officer. The potential collaboration would focus on building telecom infrastructure, rolling out high-speed fourth and fifth generation networks, developing cloud services, and expanding digital financial platforms. ETHIO Telecom has proposed sending a technical team to Chad to assess the country's telecom infrastructure and identify areas for cooperation. Chad faces major connectivity challenges, including reliance on a single international internet link through Cameroon and low internet penetration. Meanwhile, authorities hope the proposed partnerships will support the government in the Connection 2030 program, a $1.5 billion initiative aimed at expanding network coverage, improving digital services, and strengthening the country's digital economy. Now, in other news, one of the largest oil refineries has shut down in the United Arab Emirates after a drone attack triggered a fire near the facility. Authorities in Abu Dhabi said today that operations at the RUWAIS refinery were halted as a precautionary measure following the incident at the Runway Industrial City. The refinery, operated by Abu Dhabi National Oil Company, is described as the world's fourth largest single-site refinery. The attack comes amid the ongoing Middle East conflict, with Iran accused of targeting energy infrastructure across the Gulf region as tensions with Israel and the United States continues to escalate. Meanwhile, Saudi Aramco chief executive officer warned that disruption could have catastrophic consequences for global oil markets, especially as the Strait of Hormuz, which carries about 20% of the world's oil supply, remains affected by the conflict. Oil prices have already swung sharply amid fears of supply disruptions around the world. Now we'll go on a quick break. When we return, the news continues.
Smart apps. Smart apps leverage AI and machine learning to provide personalized user experiences and automate tasks. These apps are being used across sectors like finance, healthcare, and retail to improve customer engagement and operational efficiency. For example, smart investment apps offer tailored financial advice, while healthcare apps assist in diagnostics. However, data privacy remains a concern as these apps collect sensitive user information. The market for smart apps is projected to grow to $62.4 billion by 2025.
Welcome back. If you're just joining, this is Idea Television News at 9. Now the rest of the news. Italy has purchased a portrait by 16th to 17th century artist Caravaggio for €30 million, one of the largest sums ever paid by states for a single artwork. The painting depicts cleric who later became pope under the Henry Urban and had been held in a private collection in Florence before its public debut in Rome in 2024. The culture minister described the work as of exceptional importance and said the acquisition is part of a wider plan to keep major artworks in public hands. The painting is now part of the Palazzo collection in Rome, the historic home of Bernese family, where it will be displayed alongside other works by Caravaggio painted. Well, in other news, Senegal's state-owned energy company Petronsen Trading and Services has assured citizens that the country's supply of petrol, diesel, and gas remains stable despite rumors of an imminent shortage of circulating on social media. In a statement, the company said Senegal's fuel supply chain, including import, storage, and disruption, is operating normally with no disruption nationwide. The clarification comes as global energy markets remain sensitive to geopolitical tensions in the Middle East, particularly around the Strait of Hormuz, a key shipping route through which millions of barrels of oil passes daily. Meanwhile, analysts warn that any prolonged disruptions in the corridor could affect a significant share of global petroleum trade. In health news, the Ekiti state government says it is expanding its Onje Ekiti affordable food program to reach more households across the state. The Commissioner for Agriculture and Food Security, Ebenezer Boluwade, said Tuesday that additional outlets are being planned to make subsidized food items more accessible to residents. Boluwade explained that the initiative allows residents to buy staple foods such as rice, maize, beans, and gari at reduced prices. He further said the program sources produce from local farmers and youth involved in agricultural programs, helping to tackle food insecurity while also providing a ready market for farm produce. In sports, Nigerian forward Victor Osimhen and Ademola Lookman are set for major tests in the UEFA Champions League round 16 fixtures today as their clubs face strong English opposition in crucial knockout matches. Osimhen will host Liverpool FC in Istanbul, with Nigerian striker expected to lead the Turkish side attack as they aim for a stronger first leg result. Meanwhile, Lookman's Atletico Madrid will take on Tottenham FC in Madrid, while the winger is expected to play a key role in Spanish club's attacking setup. The round of 16 fixtures also feature other high-profile clashes, including Atlanta against Bayern Munich and Newcastle United FC facing FC Barcelona as tensions battle for places in the quarterfinals of Europe's top club competition. That's all we have for you on Idea Television's News at 9. But before we go, here's a recap of the headlines. MUSK'S net worth hit 830 39 billion tops global billionaire list. World Bank reviews 500 million loan for Nairobi commuter rail upgrade. Chad explores partnerships with ETHIO Telecom to expand digital infrastructure. Drone attack forces shutdown of UAE RUWAIS refinery. Italy acquires rare Caravaggio portraits for 30 million euro. In business, Senegal reassures public over fuel supply and global oil market. In health, EKITI expands affordable food scheme. Lastly, in sports, OSIMHEN LOOKMAN face Champions League round of 16 tests. That's all we have. Do not forget to follow us across our social media platforms at Idea Television. I'm Adewale Olashubo. Thank you for watching.